Hey guys! Welcome to Meghan Grace DIY. Today's video is part of my Alteration Station series, where I show you how to do common alterations that you may come across on your own. I'm sure we all have that zip-up hoodie that's just super comfy and seen a lot of life, and then one day the zipper breaks and we don't know what to do. I also think people tend to get very skittish when they see anything that has to do with a zipper. But in this video, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to swap a zipper out of a hoodie when either the zipper teeth have become compromised or you've lost a zipper pull. Luckily for us, one of my friend's sons has a hoodie that needs a new zipper, so I'm going to use that as the demonstration in this video. This particular hoodie had lost its zipper pull, and while there is an occasion that you can put a zipper pull back on, I really do recommend sometimes just swapping the zipper out, especially if it's an older garment and the zipper teeth may be compromised anyway. To complete this alteration, you're going to need a sewing machine, matching thread, a seam ripper, and most importantly, a new zipper. The hoodie I'm using as a demonstration today is single layered and does not have a lining, so the steps I'm about to show you will really work on any type of garment that only has one layer to it. One of the challenges I faced in replacing this specific zipper is the fact that the hoodie is bright green. Bright green zippers don't come in many lengths at your local fabric store, so I had to special order a zipper from Etsy, and I'll put the link to where I ordered it from down below. When ordering your zipper, you want to make sure that you're getting what's called a separating zipper, or basically a zipper that opens up and splits in half at the bottom. These can come in plastic or metal, the preference is really up to you. The hoodie originally had a metal zipper, but I decided to put in a plastic one. It's also important to make sure that your zipper is the proper length for your project. Unlike a regular closed-end zipper, you can't just cut the end off to shorten it if you need to. Once you've got the appropriate zipper, it's time to get started by taking the old zipper out. Take your seam ripper and start undoing the stitches that hold the zipper in place. You're going to need to undo all of the stitches that are holding both sides of the zipper in place. But if the garment you're working with has a little bit of age to it, most likely the thread is on the weaker side, and that'll make taking the zipper out a lot easier. Whenever I'm working on taking out some stitching, I try to open up the seam and hold it taut between two of my fingers, revealing the thread that I need to cut with the seam ripper. Now that your zipper has been carefully removed, you want to go back and make sure you get all of the excess threads out of the garment. A quick way to get the bulk of the threads out, if you have one on hand, is to use a lint remover. And of course, don't forget about the other side of the fabric. Before putting in our new zipper, I'm going to take an iron to the fabric just to make sure it's nice and flat. Sometimes after repeated washes, fabric can get just a little bit of a scrunch to it, and we want to make sure we take that out. I'm also making sure to press this garment from the inside because I don't want to risk melting the screen printing that's on the front. Now we're ready to use the old press lines to line up the new zipper. Start by unzipping your zipper and separate the two sides. You want the top of the zipper teeth to be lined up perfectly with the top of the hoodie. So we're gonna get that little bump right up under the fold, and we're gonna gently fold down the zipper tape. Yep, just go ahead and slide that little guy right under the fold, and we're gonna pin him in place. It's okay if you end up having a little bit of extra zipper tape hanging out, and we want our zipper teeth to be showing just from underneath the fold of the hoodie. Once the top of the hoodie is properly lined up, work your way down the front of the zipper, putting just a few pins to hold your zipper properly in place. You can also take the bottom of the zipper and line that up too and work towards the middle. That way you make sure you don't accidentally stretch your fabric in any weird ways, and your zipper is nice and even with the actual garment. Once you've pinned the zipper in enough places that you feel comfortable to sew it in place, we can head over to the sewing machine. Now, being honest here, when I make a mistake in a tutorial, I usually don't show you guys. I will cut that part out and I will re-record it. But the mistake I made here, I feel like it's actually a really important learning moment, so I'm gonna keep it in and just show you where I made the mistake. Normally when you're replacing a zipper, I would advise you to sew from the front of the garment, and that way you can make sure your stitches are going in the same path as the stitches that you took out. But as I got about halfway down the hoodie, I started to realize I was having some problems. What was happening was that extreme screen printing on the front of the hoodie was getting stuck underneath my presser foot, and it was pushing the fabric further down than I wanted it to be, thus making too much fabric and too little zipper. So to easily fix this, I undid the stitching I had already done, and I flipped the hoodie over and sewed from the inside of the garment instead of the outside. That completely eliminated the issue of the screen printing getting stuck underneath my presser foot. Before you get all the way to the end of the zipper, you need to take your zipper pull and push it down past your presser foot, so that way you don't get a bump at the end of your stitching. As I come up to the end of the stitching here, I want to note that I did not use a zipper foot for this project. Why didn't I need to use one? Well, the stitching in the original zipper was far enough away from the zipper teeth that my regular presser foot was just fine. You can use a zipper foot if it makes you more comfortable, but in this case, I felt that one was not really necessary. When you've successfully sewed in one side of the zipper, you're ready to tackle the other side. When pinning in the second side of the zipper, it's important to make sure any horizontal lines in the hoodie line up with each other, because if they don't, that's a dead giveaway that it was an at-home job. And zip, 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 we're gonna throw in that other side of the zipper. I'm taking all the same precautions as the other side, making sure that seams are folded where they were folded before, and that my stitching is nice and even and straight. And that's really all there is to it. I put it on my dress form, which is a female dress form, and this is a little boy's hoodie, so there's a little stretching going on here, but the zipper is nice and flat and even, all my horizontal lines still meet up, and the best part is this hoodie will live to see another day, and it won't be another piece of fabric we put in a landfill. So thanks again for stopping by Meghan Grace DIY. I really hope you found this tutorial to be clear and easy to follow. And if you're picking up what I'm putting down, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like more information about upcoming tutorials and giveaways, please feel free to follow me at Meghan Grace DIY on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Happy sewing!